I just think I want our guys to always be a blue-collar, competitive group. Play hard and compete for everything we get. And so, scheme-wise and all that, I mean, we're a little different from game to game, and a lot of it's based on our personnel from year to year, too. So, we're multiple in what we do schematically, but I just want a group of guys that are going to play hard, be blue-collar, and, always compete for everything they do.
How much can you tell after 2 days?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had pads on yet, and that's obviously a huge part of the game. So we'll see. I mean, I'm reserving judgment for all that, but I like our guys have worked hard. I like their approach to the game, the practice. They're locked in. I like their approach to meetings. So I'm encouraged by all that, and we'll see as we get going with the pads on.
When you watch the film, what stood out to you? Were there individuals that stood out? Who in particular?
The film from practices?
From the past, getting ready for this, and then I guess the last 2 days.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but what I want to do is make sure all these guys, and I told them as we met with them, that they have a clean slate to start from. So, yeah, it was good. I came in and watched some games and kind of try to see where our needs were for recruiting. But, in terms of one-by-one individuals, I want these guys to know that maybe you're a guy that hasn't played much, you have a new opportunity to do that. Maybe you're a guy that's played a lot, but it's not just going to be given to you. You got to go earn it. And that way, I think the whole room understands they all have equal opportunity to go earn some snaps on the field.
Is there anyone in particular that fits that bill of somebody who hasn't played much that you've seen and be like, oh, that's a little surprising. I didn't expect that. Maybe we have something.
Yeah, I mean, it's too early to tell that. I've been encouraged by a lot of guys. I think, like I said, I like our approach to practice and what we're doing. I think the guys are they got good energy, enthusiasm about it, and so as we get the pads on and keep going, I'm sure some of those guys will emerge.
How long does it take you as a coach to figure out what you have?
I don't know. I mean, that's. I'd like to say by the end of spring we can sit back, have a really good idea. Okay, these are the things we're good at. These are the things we need to keep working on. This is what we're going to be talking schematically. That's the goal. By the end of spring, to have a lot of things answered, and we're going to go through and install quite a bit, and a lot of the stuff that I've done before, and then, like I said, we'll just sort it out and see what we're best at.
Generally speaking, are you pleased with the conditioning?
Yeah, I think they're in great shape. I mean, they've Kevin Tolbert and his staff have done a great job. The guys are, we're out in the field for 4 hours, and they've done a great job finishing practice and doing well. So conditioning's been good.
As far as getting a feel for the individual guys and that kind of thing, how much do you talk to Greg Madison with all the experience he has with the players around here?
Yeah, a bunch. I mean, Greg is a great coach, great person, great friend, and obviously he's been here a while. He knows these guys really well. That's an opinion I trust. I've trusted for a long time. I've been close friends for a while. So,
what type of things have you been able to glean from him and getting going that may have helped you get a jump start, I guess?
I think more than anything, it was just to hear his thoughts on different guys as we start. Like we have to, start out with some sort of depth chart to go from and all that. And obviously he was helpful in that, and just really more than anything, getting to know the kids as people. I mean, you watch them on tape, you go to practice. My whole thing and our staff is let's get to know these guys as people. We weren't here to recruit them. When you're at a place where you've recruited all the guys, you know their family, you know everything about them. We don't know that yet. Greg knows that about all those guys or most of those guys, and so that's really where it's been helpful from him.
You had said you had recruited Jabril, and obviously he was here. Do you see the same stuff that you recruited on the field now? After him being out a year and everything?
Yeah, I mean, Jabril is a high energy guy. He's very talented. He's explosive. He's sudden. I mean, he's all the things you'd want a guy to be. Like I said, when we get the pads on and start seeing how he fits all that, but I think we have high expectations for Jabril, and I think most importantly, Jabril has high expectations for himself. And so, anytime those things match together, I think it's a good combination.
Is he gonna play just safety in spring, or are you gonna play in the corner a little bit all over the place? What do you?
We'll move him around. I mean, we're gonna again to find the best fit and the best mix for everyone. He'll play several spots.
Talk about getting to know the guys a little bit more. How do you weigh that versus installing and that type of spring during the spring? What's the bigger priority for you?
We're going to do both. We're going to install, because I think every day I want guys coming into meetings with the approach of I got to sit down and be locked in and learn football. And so every day, whether it's something small or big, we're going to be installing new defense for those guys to get them used to that. And again, because what we do, we play a multiple scheme, and our guys, I think it's good for them to learn football and be in a classroom setting where they got to take notes and learn some stuff.
You get a defense with a lot of starters back from a unit that was pretty good most of the year last year. How do you balance, throwing some new guys in there and getting some competition going versus sticking with what you had and what worked last year?
Yeah, like I said to all those guys, it's new. It's a clean slate for everyone. So if it was a guy that was a starter and played a lot, he's not guaranteed that spot. A guy that didn't play, he has every right to go get a spot. So that really doesn't come into it at all. We're rotating guys. Guys are getting equal reps right now at practice, and we're getting a look at everyone so we can create our own opinions from what's going on at practice.